Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the Demons Geeky Cast. Guess what? We're talking about video games today. Here's the thing. I'm doing something incredibly late. I am giving my thoughts and opinions on the E3 press conferences. I originally intended to do this, the week of, but I kept falling behind because a lot of stuff. I got too caught up in my projects and other things because I go back to school on Tuesday, and I wanted to have a lot of stuff done before then. Only got some of it done, admittedly, but I digress. Let's talk E3. First off is the Microsoft press conference, or as I call it, the Xbox E3 conference. And of course, they start out with Halo right out of the gate. My opinion, I might be looking to get it because it's a Halo game. I like Halo, but the trailer, standard, nothing special. Well, actually, pardon me, it wasn't a trailer, it was gameplay footage. And what they showed, standard FPS shooting stuff. Nothing too special, at least not to individuals who aren't and FPS fans or fans of Halo, but to anyone who is a fan of Halo, they're already looking forward to it, so what does it really matter? To actually see gameplay is enough for them, I bet. And then, of course, you have a new IP, ReCore, where you apparently play as a female character with a robot dog that self-destructs. Okay, so the robot dog isn't isn't a supporting character. It's technically the core that the girl carries that she apparently can fit into I want to say core socket of any robot that can be utilized as her partner. That is neat, in my opinion. That's a neat concept, a neat mechanic. And because of such creativity, I figure it's going to fail. Now, before I continue on with this, I need to make you all aware of something, so you won't be asking later, why does he keep saying this new IP is going to fail? Because I'm going to be doing this with this conference and every other. My thing is this. The way I see it, a lot of gamers say they want new ideas, they want new IPs, they want new games. Yet whenever a new game comes out, it doesn't do very well. Which causes, the developers and the publishers to revert back to the same old thing. Like Capcom, it's Street Fighter, and I think Resident Evil, and, what's another IP they rely on? I think it's those two currently. And of course with Activision, it's Call of Duty. With EA, it's Madden and Battlefield. Well, with Ubisoft, it's Assassin's Creed, because of reasons. But yeah, the reason why a lot of companies don't take chances on new IPs is because they don't get the much needed support. And therefore, you're going to hear me say a lot whenever I talk about a new IP in these podcasts. Ooh, a new IP. It looks neat, interesting, and inventive and creative. It's probably going to fail. So now with that out of the way, let's move on to what came next. What came next was Phil Spencer. He said a couple of things, but I only took down one thing of note. Our mission is to put you, the gamer, at the center of everything we do. which to me translated to games, games, we make games. Did you know we make games? Buy our product. And I rag on them for that, but let's be honest. After their unveiling of Xbox One, your favorite news, watching your favorite shows alongside playing your TV, the fact that your Xbox One is voice activated, the fact that you can get on Skype and surf the internet through your Xbox One, that was enough to grab a lot of people, and they got slagged for it. Verbally, metaphorically. So of course it's understandable that since then, every E3 conference is about games, games, games. Also the unveiling of the Kinect, which, as we've noted for the past two E3 conferences, last year's and this year's, I think even when they unveiled Killer Instinct back in 2013, no mention of the Kinect. Which, a lot of people say that's a good thing, but if you want my personal opinion, they should. Because the only thing that they need to do is fix it. That's it. Fix the Kinect, make sure the motion detection interface is working properly, and then you got something that can compete with the Wii. Sorry. Let's move on. Of course, Phil Spencer also unveiled, although also said that since the launch of the Xbox One, we've listened to you, the gamers, and your continuous feedback. That's being nice about it. Feedback is the nicest way they could have put that. As we all know. But this is where he also unveiled that the Xbox One is now, after 2 years, finally it is backwards compatible. So much for me getting a 360. The only reason I'd have for getting one now was to collect it. Dang, I just got a good reason to get a 360. Anyhow, and an original Xbox too. Dang nabbit. So much for getting an Xbox One for backwards compatibility. Anyway, I digress. Pardon me for the rambling. But, because what I originally wrote down was so much for me getting a 360 when I can afford it. Because why do that when I can get an Xbox One and just get all of the Xbox Hooks and Xbox 360 games that I originally wanted to play, like Jet Set Radio Future, Toe Jam and Earl, get a copy of Tao Feng for myself, because my brother already has one, get my own copy of Halo 2, finally start playing Dead or Alive 3 and Extreme Beach Volleyball for its reasons. Actually, probably not so obvious reasons anymore, given my age. Growing up does things to you people, it really does. But again, I digress. But again, it's a good thing now that it's backwards compatible. See, Microsoft, was that really so hard? And apparently they will not charge you for playing 360 or original Xbox games on Xbox Live for Xbox One. Good. They practically would have buried themselves if that hadn't been the case. Yes, and let's see, what else did I take down in terms of notes? Yes, the Elite controller. I was gonna make fun of this, but well, for those of you who have never played on the original Sega Genesis, you're probably not aware of this controller. Yeah, that thing existed. I actually have one. And the only thing it was ever really good for, at least for me and my brother when we were using it, fighting games. You could stay tucked into a corner and just spam jab repeatedly with this button. Oh yeah, and it could also, it kind of helped kind of give your game a slow motion sort of experience. At least that's what we used it for, Street Fighter. But yeah, it was a big, honky, gimmicky controller, so with that having existed in the Sega Genesis days, I really can't not be Elite Controller, no matter how much I want to. Following that, we got Fallout 4. Well, at least from what I saw, there was at least more of a color variety outside of 50 Shades of Brown. Of course, that could just be me being overly optimistic and looking for any form of coloration where I can, and for that I do apologize. But honestly, I am going to have to play the other Fallout games because this didn't grab my interest. Sorry guys. Yes, but I'm pretty sure for Fallout fans, they're hyped as heck. Next thing that was said was by another spokesperson of Microsoft was that modding is a big part of what they do. Me? My reaction to it? At least they're honest about it. And because apparently they've been modding Xbox Live like no tomorrow. After that, at least of note, was EA. EA spokesman number 1. I know a lot of you are looking forward to the next Madden NFL 2K16. My reaction to that? Yeah, really looking forward to that. Especially with the way they've been screwing up Madden as of, the past 2 years? And of course a lot of football fans aren't going to care. They're not real hardcore gamers who focus on glitches and bugs and whatnot. So long as they can play the game, they're fine. And after that was unveiled, they announced EA Access, which of course would allow players to play upcoming titles before their launch. And what titles did they unveil for EA Access? Titanfall and Dragon Age. Ooh. Titanfall and Dragon Age Inquisition are coming to EA Access. That'd be great for players who don't own either game, like yours truly. And, of course, after that was Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Okay, question, and please do answer that in the comment section. Wasn't that unveiled already? Like, I mean, isn't that already out? Correct me in the comments if it isn't. Which afterwards was Forza 6, with the unveiling of another car showcasing at a game and technology and electronics conference, because why not? Then after that is Dark Souls 3. I have to admit I wasn't really hyped for this, because I haven't played the other 2 Dark Souls, because I haven't gotten around to it. I don't even know if they're free. Or maybe that's just Demon Souls. And of course I have PSN, so for any PSN owners who own Dark Souls and Demon Souls, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'll probably hop on and promptly get my head kicked by the lot of you.